September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 1. Part 4 of Phoenix Wright, Blind as a Go, and this is the trial. Ooh, there he is. There he is. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready. Yeah, there he is. There he is. There's the boy. He has shorter back hair than I thought. Or the back of his hair is like shorter than whatever. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Yes. Let's go, dude. Let's go, Gumshoe, dude. He looks so confused. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Ooh, we got a floor map now. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts this statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. The floor plans. Ah, okay. I'm gonna have to get a quick look at the court record here. Because we got the wiretap now, we got the Thinker, we got the floor plans, so... And we got the cell phone and pretty much everybody else here. Detective at the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation, veteran Veda, and April May saw Maya commit the murder, testifies that she saw it anyway. And now we got Miles Edgeworth here. He's 24. He's a lot younger than I thought he was going to be. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Ooh, okay. Here's the witness, then. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? Because we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yeah, no, that's not it at all. I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. I mean, no, the witness, probably because of the window, like, you could probably see you could probably see a person commit the murder from that window view, but, I mean, from Miss April May's hotel room, but, whoosh, smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Let me try to press it for every detail. As soon as the phone call came in, he rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant and the lawyer. So we were there. I immediately arrested her. Yes. Why? Because we had a witness describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Yeah. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. What exactly about this suspicious woman in Pink's claim exactly what about this suspicious woman's in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. Correct, she is pink. Or rather, she was wearing pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yeah. Yes. Man, this game. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. He's always calling everybody sir. At least he's got respect. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear testimony again. Testimony part 2. I had to adjust my mic. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my very own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed when I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I mean, okay. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Yeah. I think it's this. So do we even present the evidence to that? Yeah, it's not a memo. It was a receipt. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are that evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making action. Oh. Ugh, okay. No, okay, so we do have... Okay, so we do have sort of a health bar system there, so... At least that's fair. At least that's fair. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that it was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and in movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess. I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little bit odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually you got a point, pal. Oh, shit. Stop right there. Yeah, there he is. He does the pose. I've seen that on Twitter like so many times. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Let's bob our heads back and forth. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay. There's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay. So he examined the crime scene. Found a memo on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. The word Maya was clearly written on it in blood. The test results of the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, she wrote the killer's name. Okay. What can we present here in this case, though? Okay, I don't really think that pressing the guy for details won't really hurt, I guess. And did you find any evidence? No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Just because you found it next to the just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho ho! Then who did write it, Mr. Smarty Pants? He said the thing. Who? Well, clearly, you know, the dude. Clearly, the dude probably did it. Maybe the killer did it. Maybe it was Wright did it. Well, wait. Did the thing written in blood? Well, yeah. Well, it could have been the witness, Miss May. Hold on. The witness was in her hotel room, not the office. Try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright. Yeah, and while you're at it, pull mine too, pal. Ah. Well, detective, tell us what was on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Well, yeah, pressing it for details doesn't really hurt. Do you have proof that it was Maya who wrote that? Or Mia? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, he sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results showed that the blood was clearly the victim's. Yeah. What kind of tests were those again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood and heard the hermogoblin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, your honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? There was blood written on the finger. What about that one, though? On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. I guess it wasn't too hard to see. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, she wrote the killer's name. I think we already did that. I mean, just to be fair, just to be safe. Did we? Did you get a log hit? Yeah, that's... Actually. What about the autopsy report, though? Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course you wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Oh, shit. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. Oh. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain this autopsy report? When? The time of death was 9:05. 9:05. It was the day afterwards. God, when you haven't played, this game for like a day, you definitely do see some things. It's like when was it obtained though? I think it might have been obtained the day of the murder, or at least the day afterwards. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received those results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write the name Maya. Yo, that is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Not that you're a sham. But, clearly the detective might be a sham, because Edgeworth clearly does his homework, but the detective, no. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham! How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. Oh, what? Yo, okay. Edgeworth, you're honorable, man. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Died from a blow to a blunt object, may have lived a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eye. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Oh, God. What part of her is innocent? Jesus Christ. Witness, your name, please. April May. Oh, God. Oh, no. She has moving booba. No. April May at your service. Wink. Oh, God. She's even doing the pose and the general shot of the thing. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton wink. How do you say that? Wanton wink. Whatever. Excessive winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder was occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room? See, I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court what you saw. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. So remember, after every line, try to press it for details. It was like 9 at night. I keep giving her a different voice now. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up with her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Oh, fuck. Every little bitsy witsy. Okay, so wonton winking isn't allowed, but, you know, booba shaking is allowed. Well, Your Honor, I say, that is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness in a... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony was just quite firm, didn't you? The judge is a bro! Mr. Wright, I understand you were at Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling that Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. Every detail from the word go. It was like 9 at night. I looked at the window. Oh, the thing didn't... Oh, the autopsy report didn't mention the time. And she checked in at 9 at night, though. Ugh. The autopsy report doesn't include the date. Boo. Well, we gotta press her anyway. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know. Oh, good. I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Yeah. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at the time of night. Ooh. Ooh, shit. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Oh my god. What the heck, dude? Dude, order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Oh, shit. Dude. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Jesus Christ. I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was some mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Oh, yeah. Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Yeah, no, because there was clearly, like, two people. There's clearly two people. Like, the murder happened. Like, the murder clearly happened. I mean, to us, we know it's a dude, but clearly, we were in the office at the time, so, no, we question it. Hold on a minute! That testimony stinks! What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Wait a minute. Well, she didn't see nothing, though. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Ooh, baby. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you really had witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Ho ho ho! Oh, no one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. Oh, she's falling apart. I just didn't think trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Wow, dude. Dude. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. Kind of the statue-y clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, teehee? I see. I only wish you had been you've been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Okay. We'll do this last one. You did see everything, did you? So you saw me then, too? Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Damn, dude. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Is that right as in your right, as you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? What? Right, it was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. What about that one, then? How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up on like a bun. Jesus, dude. She hit her on the weapon. I saw it. I did. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? That clock, the statuary clock, the thinker, yeah. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Well, clearly it was this. Miss May, what you just said was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said this was that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order, I say. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh, The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Yo! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, bro, let's go. If you stopped me there, the trial would have been over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know that it was a clock? What? That's... Because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. Yeah. No. So you've been to the law offices of Faye & Co. No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hee. The law offices of Faye & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. I mean, no? I mean, how could they not? It's clearly... No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Yeah. No, it took the battery... Yeah, it took the batteries out. Yeah. Because... here. Something to hold on to me. It kind of looked like a thing. The clock isn't talking right now. Yeah. Yeah. It couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Because at the time, the battery... Wait, was it the batteries that were dead? Or was it... The clock isn't ticking right now. I had to take the clockwork out. Yeah, the clockwork was out. Because it was empty, because the clockwork was empty at the time. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. I don't know how they're talking. But, oh my god, we're at 42 minutes. We steady on. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk. Tisk. Quite the show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. How the I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Well, duh, we have the cell phone record, though. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock must have been emptied after she heard it. That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clock was removed? Ho ho ho! Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves the clockwork when it was removed was right here. Yes. Right there.